So our first speaker is Andy Ayim. He is a human-centered facilitator, investor, and entrepreneur. Andy has worked with world-class organizations like Google, Tesco's, and Nando's, inspiring leaders to unlock difference, foster connection, and lead with authenticity. Recognized with an MBE for his work in diversity and inclusion. That deserved more of a whoop. I know from personal experience that Andy is a superb storyteller. So today he invites us to step into our higher selves and imagine what's possible when we live an intentional life by design. It is my huge pleasure to welcome Andy to the stage.
First and foremost, doesn't it need to look amazing today? Secondly, I need to make sure that she comes with me everywhere I go, because that was a great introduction, okay? So I want to start off with a question, right? What did we want to grow up to be when we were children? For some of us, it was teachers. For others, policewomen. For me, I want to be a superhero. I loved watching X-Men, seeing those heroes saving the day, but they weren't quite accepted for who they were. I probably related to that a little too much growing up. But I was also raised on hip-hop. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines, Salt and Pepper and Heavy. That's where you meant to sing along. But the notorious B.I.G. also quoted, more money, more problems. And there lies a question that I want to ask today. Are we living by design or living by default? Are we living based on our passions or just to get that paycheck? And I was confronted with this reality this summer when I ran a summer school for 16 to 19-year-olds. And it was a boot camp experience, week-long, and I had the pleasure of teaching these life skills through the lens of entrepreneurship. And I was doing one of my favorite activities, a personal user guide. And during that activity, I asked really personal questions so that they do the introspection to get to know themselves. And during that time, I would observe the students, walk around each table, see what they're saying. One of them called me their favorite teacher they've ever met, who's in their 40s. I hope you're laughing because you recognize I'm still young. I still look good, okay? And I walked around one of these tables and I heard a gentleman talking on the table to another man next to him. And he said that his dad went to this university. And in his final year, he looked for the best paying job that he could do. And he signed up to be an equity trader. And he did that job for the next 30 years. And the gentleman next to him just looked up and asked this question that really cut deeply. He said to him, but is your dad happy? And in that moment, that gentleman said that back to him, probably not, but he afforded us the lifestyle that we have today. And I realized in that interaction that that young man had never been exposed to the optionality in life, and he thinks that to make money, I have to do something that I don't love. I have to do something that will pay me the most, which isn't necessarily the thing that I really want to do. And in that moment, I had a conversation with this young man to say, there's a barber and a hairdresser that cuts hair in Tottenham where I grew up. They're probably not paid too well. But Victoria Beckham and David Beckham have a barber, and I promise you they're looked after handsomely. You see, in life, we all have optionality and agency. We can choose whether we wanted to live by design or by default. And hopefully our answer isn't that more money means more problems. Thank you.